Good evening, folks. Want to check in. Can everybody hear me? OBS decided to start and had forgotten I have my my microphone here. I hope y'all ready for some blood pounding action here. Yep, can hear. Awesome. Thank you, Nimwijalak. Let's see, just getting loaded in here. It's a bit of a close call on Wednesdays. Chores that has band, which I call Expand a Band after Hestu from Breath of the Wild. And so I'm responsible for putting down Corazini. And she wanted to take her time tonight. So I'm rolling in right here as we're starting. Let's see who's here in chat here. We have Katie Cat. Hey, good to see you. Crone22, Wade Parker, Nimwijalak, Joe Mega, Hingoxeron. Rivy's here. Good to see you. Thanks, Rivy, for being here. Matthew Zaleski. I think that's a new name. I haven't seen it before. And John. I don't think I've seen anyone named John before. Oh, I actually need to reload the game here. Give me just a minute here. I forgot to remove the backup of creative mode that I used to to actually get things like screenshots and so on. Let me just pop in here. It's been a very busy week. But hoping to get into some of these chores here and get them done out of the way so we can have a nice, long, exciting stream on Saturday. All right, there we go. That's better. Who else is here? We got Don Gubb, Sergey Kamshilin, KD8LVT, who is, by the way, one of our newest moderators here. Oak Tree is here. Oak Tree is also moderator, but there's a complication with YouTube, and he's not currently moderating on YouTube yet. But I meant to put an announcement out on Discord, but the day kind of got away from me today. Okay, I think we're in the actual world now. Am I in? Yes, we are now in survival mode. And I set up a couple macros here to see if I can just do a scene switch with Alt-V. Or was it Control-Alt-V? Hey, look at that. Oh, that's neat. A nice fade-in, or crossfade. That's pretty cool. Well, welcome everybody. Welcome to Vintage Story Desert Life Chores Edition. My name is Kurazar, and I'll be your host tonight as we get to some exciting things. I have a list of four things, but two of them are kind of big. One, of course, is we need to de-stick some trees. Got a lot of trees over here, a lot of sticks, and I'm hungry because I eat sticks. So I want some. And it looks like our purple heart has grown, so that'll be fun to tear down. Hopefully get some seeds from that guy. The second big ticket item is this area, this area over here. Because, yeah, we've outgrown this area. There's so much stuff in here, and it's all really badly disorganized. So, we're going to spend some time going over these things here and moving them over. I think that'll kind of come last. I do have two other odds and ends. We have some dead fruit trees. I'm going to replace those, like that guy over there, and I think there's one more somewhere. Oh, this one isn't dead. I thought you were dead. Oh well. If it dies, we'll replace it. And then I also wanted to make some arrowhead molds. Although I know we're going to get into the Iron Age pretty soon. I'm not sure I want to spend an hour smithing a bunch of arrowheads. So I think we might just, for our first replenishment of our current stash, we'll do some more tin bronze arrows. And that's the plan there. So, yeah, that is the plan. Oh, you'll notice that my armor's all beat up. That's because the moment that you guys, or that I ended the stream last stream, Vintage Story crashed. And took us back about 3 minutes to where I was over in the dunes over that way coming home. And so my armor is still beat up. So, with that being said, let's go ahead and get started. Ooh, it is high rift activity tonight. We might get started and then, like, sleep right away. I want to get some limestone going here. There we go. And who else is in here today? We have the Sauron chick. Welcome. We have Seraphim, Chomsy FN. I saw someone else. Who else was up here? Let me scroll up here a second. I think I said hi to Signicia S1. I think I got everybody tonight so far. Alright. So let's see. We have water. 10 liters of water. Right, because I emptied the bucket here just to empty it somewhere. There we go. Chuck you in there. Wait, I have to smash you first. Whoopsie. Just throw the stones in, why don't you? There we are. Much better. There we go. And then I think 12 will go in. Yes. Okay. Let's seal that. And we'll get some more leather going on here soon. All part of the master plan. When I'm making a windmill, eventually. So we don't have a lot of linen. So we have to wait until our linen or our flax outside finishes growing. And this will give us a start toward a windmill. I think it's growing over here. Yeah. So we have only a few days. We might even be in here long enough tonight to let this grow maybe almost the whole way. We'll have to see. But we're waiting on that. So windmill is coming. It's just dependent on flax growth. That's the sage answers. I have little control over that. Aside from like making much larger farms, I guess so. How long is the stream? I typically try to end it about 90 minutes in. Beyond that, and Kurizette gets antsy because we like to sit and watch a little TV before bed. Who else is here? Got Otter Dancing and Stephanie F. Hello, hello. Welcome to the stream of Chores. So let's see. I think I'm gonna grab you. There we are, pomegranate. And let's go and swap this guy in for the dead one here. Some free firewood and another attempt at a sapling. I love that the bamboo has grown in, and it hasn't grown in too thick either. I like that a lot. Oh, it'll grow in the water? Oh, neat. That's pretty cool. Base. This is coming along nicely. This might get trimmed here. Yeah, this is going to get whacked back a little bit. Hello, Vitor Emmanuel Oliveira. I have not seen you before. Welcome. New face in town. Or if you're not a new face, then I'm surprised. I hadn't noticed you before. Okay. So I think the first thing I want to do is let's get these trees done. That is some good 20 questions fodder. However, this ain't gonna cut it. It'll trim it, but it ain't gonna cut it. So let's try to get it toward like calm. And then we'll see about doing a little bit of tree trimming. I should probably check my food situation too. Come on. Oh, it's still high. Wow. Got a bad roll on that. I learned recently that oh, hello, food. Or hello, food. Hello, drifters. The length of the different rift weather types is different based on like how severe it is. So apocalyptic lasts a lot shorter than, say, calm or low. And yeah, we're going to have to wait here a moment, I think, because these guys are going to come harass us while we're trying to smith here. Someday we will have... Oh, what the heck. Someday we will definitely have lights everywhere. Hi, buddy. Beat it. That's right. I am not here to entertain drifters tonight. Well, I put sedge in the oasis. Me like this? I beat you to it, Katie Cat. Hey there, Matt G1138. Alright, so we wanted to do a pair of tin bronze shears, and by we, I mean I did. So let's get that going on here. Alright, we have our brown coal in this bin now. Let's get that going. Who else is here? A Greedy Crow. Hello, I finally caught a stream. You are the reason I picked up Vintage Story, I must say. Thank you. Hey, awesome. Always glad to hear about people who get into the game because of my work here. Ooh, ow. Excuse you. Buzz off, buddy. Yeah, right in the face. Alright. And Solston's here. Good to see you, Solston. Ooh, wow. Temporal gear. And flax. Not too shabby. Actually really good for these guys. Let's check that temporal gear up here. And the flax goes in there somewhere, wherever the flax stack is. The really messy jumble of junk. Alright, now can I smith things? Game? Alright. We need a new pick. I'm not sure we do. I thought we had... Oh, do we? No, we're good on picks. Yeah, I was carrying them with me, actually, because I thought we were going to do more mining last time, and turns out... Oh, whoops. Tongs. It turns out we got everything we needed without busting through, like, 12 pickaxes. So let's go ahead and we're going to flip this guy. Tongs. Alright, let's see. The 500th annoying drifter bonus? Yeah. And Vitor prefers bows over javelins, but in Vintage Story you go javelins. So yeah, the spears in Vintage Story, it depends. The spears, like if you're using the black bronze spears, they're very powerful. But once you throw them, you have to go pick them up, and they don't stack unless you're using mods. And that can be a problem if you're like underground or just trying to go exploring and gathering. If you have to carry like 6 spears on you, that's a lot of inventory to ask for. With a bow and arrow, you need two spaces. You got the bow and the stack of arrows. And when you're, especially if you're a ranger, the bows and the arrows, or the bow and arrows, do about as much damage as the spears do, even the real nice ones. All right, so I'm gonna pop over here into my document and pull up my 20 questions from you guys. So I've got about a little over a dozen questions, which is awesome. We had a lot more questions this time than last time. Heard that. And let's get started on some of these, shall we? Let's start on this guy right here. So my first question is from Thea Niktos. Oh, this question's gonna be a long one. What is your favorite D&D character of all time? And they specified that it had to be one. It has to be one character. Well, thing is, my mood changes from day to day. And sometimes there are days when I like one character more for some reasons, and other days when I remember another character more fondly. If I had to pick a character that I'm currently playing, it would be the one that I'm playing. I'm playing 2, but... Oh, that's a good question, actually. I have a bard who is basically an assassin. Does things like, has a sword that can resize, and she wears it like a hairpin. And just, at a fancy party, stalks up on her target outside the party on the balcony, and whips her sword out of her hair. It, turns into a full-size sword and just, stabs him dead. That's really cool. But I'm also enjoying playing my sort of younger sister character, who's an elven archer, a ranger. she's like mechanically she isn't terribly interesting, but she's sort of the heart of the party by being the younger sister. Whenever I want to make the party do things when I'm the DM, I just put her in danger, and they're like, "Oh, we gotta go save Laith," and I'm like, "Okay, that worked." But then again, I also have a couple other favorites. I mean, there's also Kair, who is my my avatar. Yes, I know that I'm not Kair, I'm Kurazar, but my avatar is a different character. Long-time favorite there, because I played them in college for about 2 years. It was 2 or 3, I think it was 2 years. And then I've also got a Dark Elf character, an assassin named Malrath Davok, who was a lot of fun because he was dangerous and cruel, and I got to explore a really dark side of the human spirit. And he was another character that another DM and I we swapped off playing, and we fooled the other players into thinking that we were playing the same character, when in reality we were playing identical twins who would disguise themselves as the same character. And we just sort of like explain away like the differences in our abilities and demeanors, just by like, oh, well, I'm feeling rough today, you know, I'm not feeling myself today, or I've decided I didn't want to carry that thing today that I usually have when Kurazar's playing me. So that was a lot of fun. And then I had my my racist human supremacist cleric that I think I mentioned last stream. He was sort of like he grew up in like a humans-only society where they were taught that the other species were inferior, and it was sort of an exploration in the sort of transition one goes through in living in that kind of like really insular fundamentalist society where, you know, their word is law, and then going out into the big world and discovering that it's not quite exactly as your parents led you to believe. You know, like, oh, you know, these dwarves aren't, you know, stupid. You know, elves have scruples, and they're not all liars, like, you know, that kind of thing. That was a fun exploration in that kind of aspect. All right, 1 tree down. I think we've got 1 seed. I'll take it. 1 is enough to keep going. These things are not very generous. So that was a nice sized tree. So I guess most days I would probably answer Malrath. He was fun enough that I actually wrote a novel about him. It is not published, but I sort of wrote most of that campaign into a novel, with a lot of I won't say embellishment, but I made a lot of changes to what happened, because a D&D campaign doesn't always fit the pacing and design of it that a story requires. Racism in D&D? Yeah. Never! The funny thing with my racist cleric, whose name was Valentine, was that we had 2 clerics in the party, and the other one was a dwarf named Air Thundermug, which I didn't know. Thundermug is a name for a toilet. But she was sort of the heart of the party, and eventually we decided that our characters should fall in love, and so the human supremacist racist cleric ended up getting married to a dwarf in the end. That was fun. Yeah, Thundermug got me too. Once I learned what it actually meant, it was just hilarious. Can I get over? Yeah, sure, why not? I'll just jump. How much could it possibly hurt? Ow, my ankles. There we go. Yeah, I do always enjoy D&D questions. It gives me a moment to walk down memory lane, because there is something about campaigns that have ended, you know, like great campaigns that have ended years and years and years ago. The campaign with Valentine ended in 2019, I want to say, maybe 2018. And I still remember that fondly. The same with the one with Malrath. That ended in, gosh, 2009, 2010. And I still remember some of those events that happened there, like it was yesterday. Just stays with you for a long time. Ankles replaceable under warranty. Yeah. All right. I am not going to do all these trees again, by the way. I'll probably do most of the taller capocs, and then I'll do most of the acacia, because we are getting low on acacia wood. But like these short guys, I don't care about so much. I don't need the sticks that badly. But we are actually burning through capoc wood at a pretty good clip. So, capoc wood gets to come with me. What's in my left hand? Nothing. Nothing is in my left hand in Goxaron. Or that's Seraphim. Seraphim, nothing is in my left hand. Nothing. I didn't forget to put these down. No, not me. I never wander around with my tongs forever. I would never do that. Hey there, Bride Guy. And we got a Brazilian with internet access again. Austria Gamer. I'm guessing you're from Austria. They are my emotional support tongs. See, I gotta here. Let me see if I can. I gotta like cross the tongs and the trimmers to actually get anything done. It's a thing. It's the law. Hey, Lake Filter. It's good to see you. Thanks for coming to the stream. We're doing crazy stuff tonight. Trimming trees. We're trimming trees very safely, too. This is the way that trees should be trimmed. Although, to be fair, I have had people come to do my my trees in my real-life yard. And I swear, these guys show up with a rope and chainsaw. And they would sling a rope up into the tree. Guy with the chainsaw would go up there. And then just sort of like George of the Jungle his way around the tree, chopping limbs out. I'm just like, what? You guys are nuts. We might have to smith ourselves a new axe, too. I made one last time. I may have made one. I didn't check. Is everyone enjoying the tree trimming? You excited to see what I will trim next? And in what order I'll trim it? Let's see, got our next question here from Gerard. Gerard asks if I would like to see some kind of auto-panning system in Vintage Story with some kind of sluices, and if so, how would I want to implement it? I don't know. Vintage Story isn't really... Ooh. End up dying here, aren't I? That is like the third or fourth time I've broken my ankles. I'm not sure that Vintage Story goes hand in hand with a lot of automation. This game is definitely about a lot of personal effort leading you to your goals. And while I appreciate things like automating, hammering of blooms and plates and stuff, panning happens infrequently enough that I'm not sure that it needs to be automated. That being said, if it was automated, I want to see something where we still have to tend to it now and then. Maybe after 8 or 10 blocks, probably 8 because it's a multiple 2. You have to go in and then clear out the gunk. Maybe it turns them into muddy gravel once you've sifted through or something. That way, it's not like chuck in 16 stacks of dirt, walk away, and come back and you got treasure. Like that doesn't feel fair to the game. If that sounds a little weird. So I think I'm going to see it done in a way where you still have to go and tend to it sometimes. But you clean it out, or you recharge something, you wash off the sluice. I don't know. When does the stream start, Chompy? Chompsy, the stream has been started for a while. If it didn't start, you to press play. Kraken Schneider, hello, I'm new here, so I want to know why beep is being referred to as the other block game. It's a thing. Just whenever I say beep, it comes out as beep. So I say the other block game to get around that. I lost a ladder. Lost 3 ladders. I think one's just gone. Gone forever. Someone's summoning the thin hammer. I wonder if I even can ban myself. If I say beep, will I get it banned? I don't know. Wobbly Boost is here. Hey, welcome. And Eugene Roberts. Good to see you guys. You're late. You're ambushed by drifters. Yeah, it happens. So are we. The start of the stream here. I think this is going to be the last tree that I trim. Well, the last kapok that I trim. Because again, we're good on sticks for a little while. Like eternity. Okay, let's be real. This is enough sticks for like one firing up a kiln, so I'm being a little facetious here. Just a Hunter 2. Exactly, Braga. You got it. Let's see. Actually, Crone, who's here tonight, Crone22, asks, what item or action would you like to see added to Vintage Story? Now, this is one that I've answered for other questions. This is an item that is near and dear to my heart. And I like the ability to copy blocks. As you'll see that I enjoy using things like ChiselTools and the Workbench mod. I want to see a sort of vanilla implementation of block copying. And my idea is to have a windmill-powered lathe, where you would, well, a lathe and a drafting desk, so that you can then save your block designs and take them across saves and across servers with you. I think that'd be really cool. But like the lathe would have to connect to a windmill, of course, but you want to gear it up, because a lathe doesn't need a lot of torque, it just needs a lot of power, a lot of speed. And so I'm imagining a lathe that you would then take a chisel to, just like you would in the real world, and then you can turn whatever blocks you want. Whatever you want to turn whatever block designs you've created with this lathe. Hello, my name is Girl65. Good to see you here tonight. Oh, we are full up. Let's go drop this stuff off, and we'll come back for the rest of that wood. And then we'll get to the acacia trees. We are burning through acacia like no one's business. So what I was thinking with the drafting desk is that you would take a paper, and not necessarily charcoal, but any type of pigment. And let's see, stick. Here we go. Oh no, I still don't have the Craftable mod on, so I can't do the nice and easy just chuck it in the bin thing. Acacia kapok. Here we go. But yeah, so you'd take your chiseled block, and you sit down at your desk, and then you join that in the inventory or in the grid or whatever with your paper and your pigment, and you would get an item. I don't have any paper here. You get an item with with a little symbol on it, that just a blueprint symbol. I have sticks still, don't I? And the blueprint symbol would be in whatever color your pigment is in, and that way you could help visually categorize your designs. So they're not all just the same color in your inventory. And then you could, they'd be saved to a folder in the Vintage Story directory, and you could take them wherever you want to. Across servers, across saves, that kind of thing. We have some spoiled porridge. Yummy, rotting food. Don't mind if I do. Penicillin. We also have rice porridge with mashed white currants. I think that was the same batch. So we'll eat that next. We got plenty of jam. Oh, we actually need vegetable and protein now. That's good. So we'll I think we'll go ahead and make something here. I put the bowl back. Why did I put the bowl back? Let's grab some of these. And we'll grab some of these. Make us some dinner. Dinar. Hello there, TL Forever 262. Welcome to the chat and welcome to the stream. Don't forget to take care of the tongs. I never forget to take care of the tongs. See, look. Yep. Remembered right there. Funny looking on the torch. This guy right here. A lot of little red spiky cacti. I like them. It's the cow's fault for existing. I need more mods. I had someone, I forget who was asking a question about mods. I think it wasn't asking me, they were asking someone else on Reddit. And they were like, I have a problem with some mods. I can't tell which one it is. Can someone take a look at this? And they showed like a really generic stack trace error. And then they posted their mod list and it was like 3 pages long. And everyone was just like, well, I see your problem right there. There we go. Enjoy your dinner, Katie 8 LVT. Let's get back to the tongs. Ooh, I'm gonna check on my axe status. Did I make another axe? I did. Oh, awesome. Perfect. Best day ever. Wait, I need the ladders. You go there. Let's get back to the exciting stick chopping, tree chopping action. Yeah, baby. Hey there, Bearnaff. Good to see you. What chores are getting done? We are doing trees. We are doing arrowhead molds. And we'll be doing storage organization. Storganization. If you didn't already know it's a dad, you'd know it's a dad by me saying that word. Modding's addictive. I don't know. I have always been a fan of playing a game as the developer intended. And there are a lot of games, like Beep, where a lot of the mods kind of really change the flow of the game. And I tend to stay away from similar mods in Vintage Story. Brought the logs. Ah, good. Thank you, Kren. Too busy talking. Not enough thinking and playing. I'm looking at chat more than the game tonight. A Brazilian, if I could change or add something to the combat. Actually, someone asked a question and my answer has to do with that. So I'll answer a question here in a little bit. It's later on my list here. There we go. So our next question, though, speaking of questions, is we have Girish Manjanath, who asks, would I consider being the Dungeon Master for a D&D session in Discord? Well, yeah, I do that every Tuesday. Just not with you guys. I mean, the reality is, the logistics of doing that would be prohibitive, I think. One would be, who gets to participate? Is it patrons only? As players, do I open up YouTube memberships and say, okay, here we'll do a D&D game once every 2 months or something? And what happens if I get like 40 people want to play? There really is no running a 40-person D&D campaign. So I would probably stay away from it, to be honest. At least as Corazar, the creator. I will happily talk about D&D. I'll happily encourage people to play D&D, answer questions about the mechanics, at least of 3.5. But I think running a game for the channel, unlikely to happen. Unlikely at best. Hello, Greg Flamanguista. Good to see you again. Yeah, you're right, Bry Guy. It's kind of like running a Vintage Story server. Not enough time in the day. If I didn't have to sleep and didn't have to work at my day job, then I might consider it as like a special limited slot kind of thing, where maybe I would, allow listeners into the channel while 4 or 5 of us play. I have a pretty small maximum group size as well. I don't do well with more than 4 players. In fact, I prefer 3 by a long shot. But that would be a very limiting factor of group size. And I think there's a follow-up question I can hear some people asking, which is, what about running a paid D&D game? And I've seen people do that. There's a lot of people posting on Reddit about running paid D&D games, and that's, I mean, aside from the Patreon aspect, where, like, you know, patrons can join for a game or sign up for a game, I don't think I'd want to get into paid DMing. There's a lot of things to consider when putting a group together. It's not just about, hey, who likes playing D&D? Because some folk are really interested in just combat, which is valid. I mean, D&D is, at its heart, a combat simulator. In fact, it was started as a combat simulator back in the day. But some folks just want roleplay. Some folks want to experience a story without really role-playing. Others just want to kind of goof around. And you have to get a party who's all on the same page, and saying, hey, internet, let's play D&D. You're going to get all kinds. And I don't do well with that. I did plenty of that back in college, of like, hey, who wants to play D&D? You do? Great, you're in. You qualify, because by virtue of wanting to play D&D. But that's not a good way to build a group, I've learned. And so my current D&D group is very, very heavily curated. They're all people that I've known in real life. Although some of them I didn't meet till after we started. I didn't meet them in real life. Some basically longtime internet friends who were also friends of friends who were in the game as well. So I was like, okay, I feel safe playing with them. Also, just I knew them long enough to get a feel for their demeanor. But yeah, so sorry, probably no D&D for the channel. Unless something drastic changes in my life to really enable that and change my opinion on it. Have I heard of Dimension 20? Yes, I have. I haven't actually watched... I watch clips. I like watching little, like YouTube shorts of D&D sessions. I do not enjoy watching full D&D sessions, I've learned. I tried watching Critical Role. I did a little bit of Dimension 20 when one of my friends was like, hey, watch this. And I was like, okay. I do this every Tuesday. And I don't know. I don't enjoy watching other groups play. Am I going to make progress on the base? Not tonight. That will be... so these Wednesday streams are only for chores. Chores being resource gathering, processing, smithing, that kind of stuff. So anything that's kind of repetitive, we'll do during these streams here. Anything that's progress-based will happen during the Saturday and Sunday streams. So while we're here, though, I do see that this is ready. I don't know what to do with this thing. So I can place remove pot. I like that. That's one word. Place remove pot. Okay, now what? Have a pot full of honey. Let's do this. Oops, wrong button. Can I... Oh dear. Let's see. Hive is active. Scrape it with a knife. Take it off. Place it on the ground. Ah, okay. Place on ground. Ah. I see. And I assume right click. Yes. Oh, just a right click. We get 2. Alright. That's not too bad. Put it back. Okay, cool. That's neat. 2 is less than 3, I've noticed. But that's not bad. So we'll see. I don't know if this like refills faster than these guys. Oh, in 2 days. Oh, so it says. Interesting. These guys don't say. Although once you get enough of them, they do kind of like turn over every 2 days. But if we can get away without having to like constantly shear these guys, I'll do it. I'll do it. Is it a new mechanic? No, this is a mod. It's called From Golden Combs. Oop. Hello. Take you down. I kind of wish you could use the knife in your inventory. I mean, maybe you can. I just, I read the instructions and didn't try it in the inventory. Let's try it. Next time that fills up, which might actually happen on stream tonight, given we'll probably have to rest here at some point. Just to probably pass, like, tomorrow night's probably going to be very rifty. You use 8 ceramic hives and you're pretty much swimming in honey and wax. I'll have to see. I know there's also the, from that same mod, let's see, hive. A Langstroth hive panel. So I don't know much about this, but I want to try this. I'm assuming that this is even more efficient. I know what they say about assuming, but there you have it. I'd like to try that too. Because something about the scale of this project, the ceramic hives and the skeps would be a nightmare. I mean, I'd still do it. This is a build that I've had in my head for some time. Actually, one of several that I had in my head for some time. And so I'll do it. But, man, it would be dedication. A labor of love, we'll say. So the ceramic ones don't populate other hives. Okay, that's good to know. Alright, probably do a run back home after this. When I plant the trees, maybe put a walkway around them. I don't really see a need to. I'm not sure how it would make that easier. In fact, it might make it even harder because I have to reach up higher to get to the trees. Oak Tree's wondering if the Langstroth hives are overkill. I don't know. So, given the scale of the build that I'm planning, and I know I have, like, I'm a little dodgy when it comes to talking about future plans, because I don't like to overpromise and then underdeliver. What I can say, though, is that this is a very full... My goodness. It's so ridiculous. I don't know, go somewhere. Tell you what, I'm just gonna squish this into a bowl and call it a day. Speaking of bowls... There we go. Hello. You come with me. And you... Go in... Oops. Can I just dump you in there? I can. There we go. But yeah, I'm looking at probably having multiple streams of doing nothing but making plates for lanterns. That's kind of the scale of the build that I'm looking at here. So, wish me luck. Wish me a lot of luck. I might need it. Alright. Doing pretty good on Kapok there. Have I heard of Wartails? It sounds familiar, but I'm not sure if it's the one that I'm thinking of. There we go. Made room for it. Big Hellhammer, probably. I mean, definitely. When I say big Hellhammer, it's probably it's gonna be simpler than you expect. I think. Before we go, I want to check on this tree. Oh, it survived. Nice. When I was in the creative world and taking screenshots, this tree actually died. But since that was a backup of this world, things that happen there just end up not happening here sometimes. So with the Hellhammer setup, it'll probably be 1 anvil, 4 Hellhammers, hooked up at a 1-to-1 ratio with 4 windmills, and that will be about as fast as I can process. That will keep typically at least 3 and sometimes 3.5 forges running. I could probably expand the windmills. Oh, forgot about that part. I could probably expand the windmills a little bit, like do 8 windmills to 4 Hellhammers, just to make sure that we have good wind coverage when there's low wind. But by and large, once you get, 4 Hellhammers going, that's about as fast as a player can reasonably expect to be able to do anything that can actually keep up with what's going on. Current 22, yeah, I may have replaced that in the stream. I don't remember. It was so long ago. In my old age, I'm becoming forgetful. You think it'll be less than 2 million blocks? That's probably a pretty good guess. I think Vintage Story isn't designed for the millions. But I will say, I watched Oscilloscape's giant planes build. I'm not sure if I'm going to be about that level in terms of build size, but it seems to be similar. No, I forgot to repair the armor. We'll repair the armor eventually. It'll happen, I swear. I think I might also swing by with a scythe and cut these down, because we need to finish up our stack of rope ladders, but maybe make another one. And then, probably, at least for now, replace the couple skeps that are missing here. Because I don't really want to make a whole bunch of ceramic skeps or ceramic hives right now, because it's going to take a lot of time. And that is not on my schedule for tonight. I still want to keep moving along with some more honey and beeswax production, aka candles. I'm going to move on to the next 20 questions. If you have more questions, like ones for me to answer in chat, like or in this video, feel free to ask them. But you might want to hang on to them until later, once I've gotten through this list here. We have a question from Lake Filter, who is here, I believe, still? Question mark. Lake Filter asked if I could copy... It's a very specific question. If I could copy 2 different mechanics from one game, or from 2 games, to 2 different mechanics in 2 other games, what would I copy and why? Or what would they be, at least? Let's see. So the first one I thought of was... and this is the Lake Filter mentioned this as the, oh, well, I picked 2 games because one's probably going to be Vintage Story. And so I'm going to cheat and say, yeah, sure, one would be a Vintage Story change. Would be, I would copy at least some of the flight mechanics and capabilities from the other block game, aka Beep, into this one. I don't like the glider. I've seen a post where someone extolled its virtues. The glider, for what it does, should be accessible much earlier in the game. Now, what I don't know is, with the new upcoming story dungeons, how far into the late game are we at this point? You know, with what we can do, you know, is Steel going to be late game in whatever final version of the game Tyrant has, you know, planned? If we're not in the late game, I missed a couple of these guys. If we're not in the late game, then maybe it makes sense for the glider to be where it is and do what it does, you know. And maybe once we get into the even later late game, we might be able to enhance it or, you know, make rockets to fly like the other block game, that kind of thing. That's one of them. The other one is I've wanted to make a game for a very long time. I think I mentioned that I have made a 6-hour game in RPG Maker 2000 or XP a long time ago. Of course, I lost the darn thing, but whatever. And the game that I want to make is like a mecha game, like an Armored Core style mecha game, but with the role-playing elements of, say, Mass Effect. Like, give me Armored Core effect, or Mass Core, or something. I would either copy Mass Effect's role-playing and on-foot combat into Armored Core, or I would copy Armored Core's mech combat into Mass Effect. If I have to be specific, Mass Effect 1. Because Mass Effect 1 is the best Mass Effect. Sorry. Oh my goodness, I did it again. Get up the ladder, dude. And stay at the ladder. There we go. Don't be hating. ME1 is where it's at. I could go on a tirade about why ME1 is the best, but I won't right now. The Mako wasn't the reason, but the Mako was fun. I actually enjoyed the Mako a lot. Ooh, the Mako as a mobile base. Yes, that'd be amazing. Hello, hey Alice and Shay. Good to see you here tonight. Thanks for coming. Get some of these guys, and I think that's all of all the acacia. I can't see. I think it is. Let's see, let's have a bite to eat over here. Boop. May as well just refill it too. There we go. Alright, I think that's, what were you? I guess I missed one here. But that may have been one of the, ebonies that I couldn't replant because I got like one seed. So let's see, our next 20 questions is from Noble, which is actually like no as in to know, and then UL. With my background in D&D, have I considered playing other role-playing games like Grand Theft Auto 5? Have I considered playing? Yes. In fact, I think I mentioned last time that I recently have been playing RFL. And actually, I finished that 2 nights ago. Pretty good. It was a fun little game. I really enjoyed it. It was cute. The only gripe I have is that the main character is kind of whiny, and sort of seems to like actively avoid learning from her mistakes. But aside from that, I thought it was a really good game. A fun throwback to the era of older JRPGs. Let's just grab you and there we go. Get some sticks, and I think we're done with these shears. Let's grab the scythe and go and attend. We don't have a scythe anymore, do we? There's not one out here. I think we killed our scythe. Alright. Scythe it is. What's the current chore, Allison? We just finished up doing the trees. We did a lot of tree trimming and chopping. I was going to go and chop down our papyrus up there, but our scythe is out of commission, so we're making a scythe. 37. We're going to need that extra hammer. Yep, time to hold the tongs. Need an axe. I probably will at some point. I'll wait on the, you know, it's too late. This is already too hot. We won't have the right temperature to make an axe. So scythe for now, and they'll be fine. You have a scythe I could borrow? Yeah, bring it over. Sure. Just pop on in. Let me show you my IP address. So as far as Noble's answer, the real answer to Noble's question about other RPGs, if you're talking about like playing them on the channel, yes and no. A lot of games I play I think are RPGs. I guess technically Sunless Sea is one. Star Sector is one. So I have and I will. Grand Theft Auto doesn't really speak to me though. I played it a bit as a kid. I enjoyed it for its rude and crudeness. It just doesn't speak to me in general. So I probably won't do like GTA 5, but other games, probably. At some point, I'm sure you'll see more from me on the channel. Looks like Otter Dancing is leaving. Oop, oh, nope, don't do that. There we go. Don't leave. I meant don't smash this. Thanks for coming, Otter Dancing. All right. Get this in here. Our next question is from Ingoxron. What is your favorite animal and why is it your favorite? Again with the favorites thing. It changes day to day. There are reasons why I like some animals some days and other animals other days. Look, the tongs are down, guys. So my initial reaction to that question is tigers. I mean, big orange stripy kitty cat. It's perfect. But then I think about it, I'm like, oh, what about, like fennecs? I like fennecs because I mean, look at their ears. Look at their ears. You can't not love those ears. And I'm gonna be real. Tigers don't have fennec ears, and that kind of swings things in FedEx paper, not gonna lie. But then you think, ooh, small animals. What about the black-footed cat? They're a contender too. You know? So I want to say one of those three. and it changes. Every hour, I re-roll the dice, and I pick a new one. That's how it works. I actually have dice in my head. Corizette says she can hear them rattle around when I think too hard. Oh, and sand cats. Oh my goodness. Yes, sand cats are adorable. Yes. There we go. Let's see. Our next question is from Iscandia. We've got some more acacia here. Iscandia asks, what is my favorite class in Vintage Story and why? That one's easy. Now, their original question said something about assuming I've played all classes. I actually haven't played all classes. I have not played the Mender class, or the Tailor class is what it is, I think. That's one of those classes where it's probably fine in multiplayer, but I would never want to play one in single player, and frankly, I wouldn't want to be the dedicated mending character, you know, the clothing maker in Vintage Story. I talked about playing MMOs in the last stream, and I played some RF Online, and I was in a small guild, and yeah, I was the crafting pony. I spent my life crafting for hours at a time sometimes, and I mean I enjoyed it a little bit, you know, for the most part. I was doing it willingly, but then like one day I was like, I'm bored. And the Tailor class just doesn't have a lot else to offer. It's weak. You know, it can't take hits. It can't dish out damage very well. So I have a problem with it from that perspective. My favorite class is absolutely Hunter, for numerous reasons. Let's see. Boop. So we have 20% range damage and 30% accuracy and 20% range distance. That's a big one. That is huge. You know, for every 10 damage we deal 12 damage instead. The loot is like, whatever. It's extra animal loot. Okay, cool. Fleet-footed. We are 10% faster. That is big when you are doing recording and you have to walk from place to place. That 10% speed is amazing to have. The Boyer, if I was doing the, if I had the class exclusive recipes on, this would be a really nice one because then we have access to the recurve bow, although you can buy these anyway. And what do we have in return? We get Farsighted, minus 15% melee damage. Melee in this game is already terrible, and I resort to it only because you can turtle up really easily. So it doesn't matter. Like 15% damage, whatever, take it. Claustrophobic, we're a little slower at mining, and we get a little bit less ore. Oh no. It means nothing to me. When you're you know, bombing out huge seams of coal or iron, it means nothing. And in fact, the bombs this trait doesn't affect bombs at all. So yep, Hunter it is. The Blackguard was neat. I did like the Blackguard. Being tougher was neat. Being faster and heavy armor was pretty cool. But the hunger was annoying. When you harvest resin, sometimes you get 0. Was kind of annoying. So I might return to that class eventually. I'm looking for clay to make some arrowhead molds. So I might return to that class in a future series, but right now I have no plans to. All right, our next task before we get to organizing is we're going to make 8 arrowhead molds, and we're going to fire all of them probably outside somewhere. So let's go ahead and find these things. Arrowhead mold. It's easy, it's straight down. It's perfect. We're just going to fill these in and sort of chop out the arrowheads, I think, from the middle of them. GG must have been happy when Tyron fixed the brush fire bug. He was so mad. So for context, there's a guy who plays Vintage Story named GG Beyond, and he does a lot of like really fast high-level play. In fact, my desire and practice at doing the the temporal storms with the run and gun method were inspired entirely by watching him play and realizing that it is indeed possible to do that. But he's a very aggressive style of play where he likes to burn everything. Like, there's a giant, heath full of bushes, burn it. I want to be able to see the wolves. Hey, there's a forest full of resin, burn it. I want to be able to see the bears and the wolves. I haven't been watching his stuff lately, but I'd like to watch it again at some point. Yeah, he does do daily videos, although he does like a big, kind of like what I'm doing now, which is where, I stream on Saturdays or Sundays, and then I have 4 episodes that come out through the week, although his is like, he'll do like a single, I think, 5-ish hour recording, and then chop it up into about half-hour bites. So, a little different style. Ooh, I'm out of, wow, yikes, okay. Finish that stack of clay right quick. All right, so our next question is from Pamela, who I haven't seen, although I've been looking at the screen for a while, or the game screen, so I haven't seen if Pamela is here tonight. Maybe she's here. I said hi to someone a while ago. I don't know. Pamela, if you're here, say hi. I'll say hi again. Who else is here? Rose Ratonia, Nickel is here, and Mr. Faytan. Welcome. Good to see you guys. Anyway, so Pamela's question is, how did I come up with the name Kurazar? And I answered this a little while ago, but I'm happy to answer it again. Because I don't expect everybody to like watch every season of the guide series, but you should. But I think I answered it late in the 2nd season, I want to say. Kurazar started out as a bit character. It was the main character's father, who was entirely off-screen, in a novel that I wrote when I was in like middle school. So sometime in the mid-1600s is when that came about, naturally. We age differently around here. And his name was actually Klazar, and I just threw syllables together. I would just make up names off the top of my head. I'd slap, a few consonants and vowels together, and bam, got a name. And he didn't do much in the novel. His purpose was to mostly like die and fuel the main character's teenage angst. And eventually I put that project down for good. Didn't publish it, of course. It was, like teenage power fantasy stuff. And I needed a name for a character. I was designing a cyan-haired, sort of very stern, serious character. And it was like, this Klazar's got something going for it, but it sounds too much like Santa Claus, Santa Klazar. So I was like, I was getting into anime at the time, so I was like, what if I like pronounced it with an anime kind of, like a Japanese accent, Kurazar. And yep, that's how I came up with it. That was where it came from. The pronunciation of Kurazar is just like, it's easier. Most people would be like, Kurazar, why are you being silly about your pronunciation of your name? But it is pronounced Kurazar in world. Get back in there. There we go. Let me scroll down to my list here. We have about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more questions here to go. Awesome. You prefer my format wobbly boost? Yeah, I think it's fun to see all different people's like methods of creativity. Some folks like GG Beyond like to do a big recording and chop it up. Some folks like doing dedicated videos like I did for a while, which I'll be getting back to eventually. With probably the next season of Vintage Story will be a guide season. I will state that. I will put that in stone. Look forward to a guide series after this season of Vintage Story is done. That might not be for a while. That might be like 2025. Again, scale of this build is going to be Something I might regret later. Let's see. I want... do I have dirt? I have dirt. I have a shovel. Yes. Let's go make some pit kilns. Just gonna stick them out here. Somewhere they won't bother anybody. 8. Oops. Shovel. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Grab all that snad. Put me in the desert, and the dry air makes me think big. You know, it's probably because I in the other game in Beep, I did a gigantic desert build, actually several of them. If you saw episode 107 of the original guide series, season 1, you can see those builds. I did a crossover. I did an isekai episode. Looking for here we go. Sandstone sand, aka sand. Let's grab, we need 80 of these, so 16, oops. There we go. Need more grass, too, holy moly. Alright. Oh, you know what we can do? We can make the rope that we need to make more of these ladders. Let's do that while we're here. Let's do one more. And then we'll have a full, almost a full stack of ladders. I need 2, right. That's a lot of cattails to make rope. My goodness. There we go. Alright. Oops, no. In you go. There we go. Oh, I need sticks. I need sticks. I'm making stuff. I'm burning stuff. I'm burning the countryside. Do I want... I think I want to use acacia for the logs here. Here we are. Let's get the grass. So our next question here is from Mad Lord Hubris. I love that name, by the way. It's great. And they ask, is it normal for chat to go off the rails in the last hour of my streams? And do I have any feelings about it? I think it is quite normal. So far, I've seen basically every stream, the last hour or so, people start chatting about random stuff. And I think it's great. I think it's fine. I think the question was sort of, am I bothered by it? But no. I mean, definitely in a forum where you guys don't have to sit there and be silent in an audience. You get to chat and things, like someone says something that piques someone else's interest and then it sort of cascades from there. That's A-okay in my book. Not bothered about it at all. So, yeah. Normal and fine. It's fine. You better know what fine means. Ooh, more water. Someone said water. Katie said more water. I should hydrate. Just a moment, guys. Alright. Hydration achieved. I'm not the type to rail over the chat. Yeah, I've seen a couple people who try to keep chat like on topic, and I think it's like, as long as the audience doesn't decide to like trash what I'm doing, which is just well, unless I'm doing something really stupid. If I was just sitting here like talking at you like this for an hour, then yeah, maybe so. Feel free to just bash me. Or if like people start just like shilling something, constantly, then yeah, get out of town. But in general, no. I mean, you're here. You're not required to sit here. You didn't pay to be here. If you're noisy in chat, I can't hear you. So I'm not really bothered by that at all. I think it's a good thing. If you need a what's my offhand? Nothing, KD8LVT. Stop it. Oh man. But yeah, so I think it's cool. It is time to organize. And this, let's see, it is, oh my goodness, it's already 9:40. Oh man. It's like no time to organize. Okay. Let's grab some kapak and the swaw. There we go. Terrence Sov, welcome first of all. Haven't seen you. And Sovereign Winter's here too. Andrew Williams. These are all new names to me, I think. Wade Parker. It had been my tongs problem. Open all the trunks at once. Right, I'm thinking leather. So the question was from Terrence Sov. Since asking when or what episode did I do leather armor? I'm not sure. Your best bet is to look at the thumbnails, and wherever you start seeing leather armor in thumbnails, that's when I did it. It might not be in that episode if you're looking at the chopped up episodes rather than the stream. But yep, that's the best I can do. Now I want to do sticks. There we go. Okay, so we are nice and fixed up there. Let's make us a few boards. And let's also turn these boards into signs. How many do we need? 6, 9. 9 signs. Okay. I mean, too many boards. Oh, and since I hear them and I'm thinking about it, let's feed the chickens. They're kind of close to hitting Gen 2, which is nice, but they need a little bit of help. They also need me to not be sitting right above them, but that's whatever. Rye grain. We have 10 of you. Goodbye. And while we're feeding these chickens, let's see. BTubs200 asks, any college survival tips for current students? That's a good question. And the reason I say it's a good question is it has been a number of years since I was in college. And so I don't know that my survival tips would be really useful to you. I mean, some of the basics. Live cheaply. Learn to scrounge. Learn to be comfortable wherever you are. That was the thing. Like, I needed very little to survive as a college student. I needed food, a lack of rain, and wireless access. That was it. I was perfectly happy with those few things. And D&D, but that's a whole separate thing. And if you can learn to, like, just find a way to entertain yourself wherever you are, you'll never be bored. And if you live cheaply, you won't have to worry about, like, rushing to your next gig, burning up your car, doing Uber gigs, that kind of thing. I mean, when I was in college, Uber wasn't a thing. Uber wasn't even a twinkle in anybody's eye. Let's get some charcoal here. Like, my best advice would be, let's see, make sure you defrag your hard drive occasionally. That's my best college tip. Find a dorm with air conditioning. Wow, I'm old, yeah. Oh, child, when I was in college, we went uphill both ways in the snow. Oh, you were saying that Rivy is old. And Rivy owns it. Okay. Sounds good. So, as far as the storage situation goes here, I am thinking that over here, I want to keep non-building materials. So we'll put, like, plants and animal goods, treasure. So we'll keep most of this stuff here. The wood's going to go. The stone's going to go. I'll probably keep this for, like, extra treasure. And maybe I'll put ceramic items here, but not ceramic blocks. Like brick blocks would go somewhere over there. I'd like to move the contents of these also over there, and maybe fill these with something we're going to have a lot of, say, I don't know, beeswax. Or maybe even, I don't know, like a crate for, like, grass could be nice, too. A crate for the thousands of rusted gears we're going to have, right? Oak Tree says, you suspect my chat is not that young? You're seeing a lot of old tech references? Yeah. So here's what I'm thinking. I'm going to do... I think for now, since we only have a few types of stone, and for the most part, the build that I'm planning is going to be, like, 3 or 4 main colors. I think I'm pretty safe in, like, dedicating a couple chests to specific stone types. Sandstone, limestone, that's it. Sand and limestone. The rest of it probably going to be, like, mixed. So let's start with that. Let's do sandstone, snad, stone. And let's see, can I crouch here? Here we go. We're going to do limestone. I am thinking I'll probably want a reasonable amount of bauxite. There we go. You're doing COBOL for Y2K projects. That's a little older than me. Is pager old tech? Yes, it is. And then I think this will be Mr. Andersite. I do want to use some andesite. We don't have any yet, but I want to dedicate that box to it. Over here, we're going to do snad. This will be garble. And this one will be wood. Blocks, specifically. So we'll do it that way. Alright, let's, you know what, we still have 2 chests here. Let's do, other, sedentary. And other ignoramus. There we go. Chat is going to be so confused. The 30 or so of you who are not here tonight are going to be so confused when you see these signs on Saturday. Oh my goodness. All right, let's tuck the pigment away. Y'all just cringe. Yep. Mr. Andesite. All right, let's grab the sandstone. And I think what I'll do is the sandstone I'm going to just dedicate to stone type blocks. I think the stones, the small stones, we'll put into the crates. So we'll grab these guys. I think I mostly have sand here, don't I? Oh, this is gross. So much sand. Ugh. In a desert. Imagine that. All this sand in a desert. Who could have thought? There we go. Let's grab this snad out of here, too. I might need, like, different kinds of sand storage at some point. Oh my goodness, we're full up. Sandstone first, limestone from the other end. And other sands will go in between somewhere. There we go. Sand. We're on to gravel. I'll grab the gravel. Why not? The garble. Grab these stones and this stone. That's a good trip. Blimey stone. Up. What? Oh, that's... Oh, no. I already have junk in these trunks. I didn't mean to say that, but I do. Oh my goodness. Oh, what a disaster. This is the worst. My life is terrible. Alright, we can do this. We got this, guys. You're gravel, you stay here. Get out of here. Let's see. Cobblestone. Oh, we got 3 storage vessels we could fire. That'd be nice. Alright, I think that's good there. The Garble. Let's see. Snadstone Garble. And Limestone Garble. There we go. And the Snad. Yeah, I remember when I got these. Don't remind me. Let's see what we can push around here. Flasks. I'm going to need a dedicated junk trunk. I shouldn't say that. A junk box. Junk trunk. Good grief, Corzar. Let's see. I think this will be... Oh shoot, I need the charcoal again. I want to put this picture up there. Partly because I need more room in my inventory for charcoal. But and what else we can do? I want to see if we can sell either of these tin bronze hose to our agriculture trader who lives somewhere else. Okay, never mind. No tin bronze hose for you guys. Sorry. Greg's leaving. Good to see you, Greg. Thanks for coming. Mallard kite. Yes. Yes, that'll be what we have to call it. Okay, let's see. We have wood blocks with us. Let's see. We have other sedentary. So I'm going to put the chalk ashlar because there's only the one thing you can use this for is making blocks. So that goes in there. You go in there. Wood blocks go up in here. Debarked oak log counts as that. And then I think the rest of this is going to go over here somewhere. You're going to go in this trunk for now. I'm going to move the things that belong over in this general area just straight into this trunk. And then we'll kind of sort them out here when I don't have to run back and forth constantly. That knife goes in here too. Actually, no, you go in the rack. Put them on the rack. There. And more junk. I was gonna... Oh, those don't stack, that's right. I wanted to put these into... Whoops. On the ground, apparently. I'm gonna put these into some of these here. So, let's see. Sandstone's at the top. I'm gonna put you in here. Limestone's here. You go in there. And then... no more blocks. Let's see. We'll put wood items go in here, because these are wood. That's that. Ceramics and glass. You're ceramics. You're getting installed somewhere. You're gorgeous. You. Another knife. At some point, we'll make a nicer knife, and then I'll just chuck that one. There we go. What else is in here? All right. Next question, Corzar. Yes, good point. Katie Cat knows hers is coming up here real soon. Let's see. Next up is Fox, actually. Fox's question is, what are you most looking forward to in the upcoming 1.20 Vintage Story release? I think most folks might expect me to say the mounts, but I have terrain concerns with the mounts. So the mounts are not what I'm excited for. However, the boats, I am. I'm very interested to see what we do with the boats, what we can do with the boats. I'm going to withhold judgment on, what I end up deciding is the coolest thing till it comes out. But for now, that's what I'm excited for. Also, the ambient life forms, like all the chirping frogs and stuff, those really speak to me too. That was really cool. A black bronze hammer, that's right. And a free shovel. Oh my goodness. Are you kidding me? Yes. Yes, 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 yes. Free shovels. A lot of shovels. Okay, you go there. The hammer. Let's go up here. Let's see, that's 750 versus 1100. That's a pretty big jump right there. That's nice. We have seeds that can go out here. Carrots. Am I keeping rye? No, that rye goes upstairs, I think. So, Katie Cat, your question is next. Can you increase the world's maximum height, build height without changing the scale of generated terrain? And can you do it after the world's generated? So, I'm not 100% sure. I do know that if you just change the terrain height, it does change the terrain scale. So, you know, with you know, taller mountains and everything. If that's not what you're looking for, then yeah, you have problems then. I swear I had more rye seeds somewhere. I was poking around, and it looks like landform scale should have handled that, but landform scale actually applies to the width and breadth of landforms, not the height. So, like, if you set landforms really high, you get like plateaus and stuff, but they're not any taller than they would be otherwise. So I honestly don't quite know the answer to that one. I looked into it for a little while, and I couldn't come up with an exact answer, so unfortunately, that's what I got. It was a bit of a mystery, and some of Vintage Story's deeper magic settings certainly can be difficult to understand sometimes. I guess I am putting ceramics here, because I don't have a ceramics bin space over here. That's fine. Alright, tucking all this junk in here. That's ceramic, though, so we'll get to that in a minute. And you are full. But you can increase the maximum world height to whatever you want after the world's created. But it as far as I'm aware, it will cause new chunks that you generate to also be of that height, and will also scale the land accordingly. Oh, I still have one cylinder here. Okay. All right, so this is going to be ceramics. You go here. Any more? Doot. Your ceramics. Your ceramics. Please tell me I'm done with ceramics, because I have no more space. No. Okay. Good enough. Let's see. Peat. I might just stack the peat somewhere. Not right next to the pit kilns, though. I have to actually be holding the peat to do that, don't I? Alright, so we got 32, 32, and 2. We should be able to stack this up, like here, without letting anything creep up the window. No, they can't. I think we're okay. I think we're good. If I can't jump it, drifters can't jump it. Yeah, the higher you build, the colder it gets. But I do think that when you change the landforms or the world height, I think the difference, like that gradient, changes too. Oh my goodness, there's so much junk in here. All right. Ooh. Yikes. Okay. I need like another storage space. I need like double that over there. Oh, I got so many more stones too. Okay. I'm not sure we're going to finish this job tonight before time rolls around. Let's see. We're full up there. Okay. So, limestone's going to go in here. Your granite. I'm going to put the other igneous stuff just in here, even though these are stones. It just makes a little more sense that way. Given our limited number of crates we have here. Also, somebody remind me, like, give me a call so that I can be reminded to install Grateful again now that it works. That'd be great. I might have to add a story of the chicken coop. I'm trying to avoid that. I wanted this to be our tallest build here, or at least second tallest, next to the eventual windmills that I think I'm going to probably put like over here somewhere, over by that gate. Yeah, I don't want this to be any taller. I like the pergola here. So I'm trying to avoid that if I possibly can. Now, I know this is not technically an igneous rock. This is a metamorphic. The slate is. But it's going to go in with the igneous rocks. Geologists, time to cringe in unison. 1, 2, 3, cringe. We have one last question tonight that's already staged. We have one from Eonaton. What are 3 things you want to see improved in Vanilla Vintage Story? 1, combat. I can't stand the combat. It's gotten a little better, but there's a long wind-up between when you swing a sword or poke with a spear. Can I reach these guys? I can reach these guys. Like, click, stab, click, stab, click, stab. And that's annoying. There are most games that do this, I usually put down right away. Vintage Story gets a pass only because I was already playing it back when you could like just sort of tap, 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 tap with the weapons. Yeah, that's where we're at. I think this is going to be, this one right here is going to be non-stone minerals, or non-building minerals, or just minerals. There we go. Let's see, do I have any minerals in here? Salt is a mineral. Shingle stairs are a... Ugh. No! Sag. Alright, we're going to install this guy. Make room. Let's see, where to put you? I'm going to put you over here. You're nice and bright. Right in the corner there. Oh, yes. Add a little more life to it. It's like, it's yellow. It's more yellow, but it's a totally different yellow. So the combat is the first thing. Second thing is a distinct lack of iron and steel spears, and that includes meteoric iron. I think that is an oversight and should be addressed soonish, please. But that was one thing I'd like to see. Okay. Anything up here? And then the last thing is sitting on a ledge. I'm going to demonstrate that one. I do a lot of like sitting where I'm trying to like reach something, or I could just fall. Let's try it again. And we do this all the time when I'm trying to get into a mine shaft, and I'm like trying to reach down somewhere, and I can't quite reach, but I want to just sit. It does this. Yeah. So it kind of just it takes your view, and well, sometimes if you're close enough to the edge, it will. Apparently only once. I don't know what the deal is there. Am I sitting? Oops. Oh, wrong button. Let's go into third person view and take a look there. Make sure I'm actually sitting with my legs on the edge. Oh, there we go. Did it again. So, yeah, I don't like, I like this. I kind of feel like when we're in first person, we should be free to rotate our head like however we want, because it's a first person game, and this is really annoying. I could just twist my body around a little bit. So, yes, it was gaslighting me pretty bad there, wasn't it? Okay, so let's grab this. This is, yeah, it's a mineral, sort of. I'm going to not include gemstones in this, in the minerals bin. Phosphorite, human skull, technically a mineral, but not going in. Alright, that's good there. Any minerals in here? No, we're good there. No minerals there. Minerals, any minerals here? Bone meal, not a mineral. Not a lot of minerals. Okay. So kind of a sad mineral bin right now, but that'll expand over time. I'm going to keep these in here for now, too. Let's see. Animal goods. I need one probably for... let's see. Plant items and materials. I'll make one for, like, flowers and such. And we'll put that... Oh my goodness. We do need more space. I'm out of space already. This is terrible. The worst day of my life. Alright, let's move the wood blocks over here. Wood blocks, wood blocks. You're a wood block. You're a wood block. And the rest of you... Oh, you're wood blocks too. Here we go. Yeah, I'll bring planks too. I think planks belong there because they're like the building blocks for wood blocks. So, there we go. But yep, so that's the things I would change in vanilla. Let's see. Oh, Kristen Delgado's here. Good to see you again. Didn't notice you pop in. Well, this is a start. It's definitely a start. I got some rock I can chuck in a barrel. If I had the barrel for it. It never ends, does it? Alright, so you go back in here for now. That's fine. It's fine. Yeah, I think what we're going to do, I want to make this like the treasure bin, and then we'll do like furniture and decorations here. So let's do that. Alright, so furniture. Any furniture in here? A sun banner. That's furniture. Top and bottom, also furniture. Perfect. Oh, more rot. Good. Methinks me needs more barrels. Crates. These are technically furniture, but I'm going to do like more decorative stuff. Crates are storage. They can hang out with the wood junk. Come back to you in a second. Animal goods. Any furniture in here? Nope. And decorative. How about decorative? Clothing isn't really decorative. Seashells are decorative. You're decorative. All I do choirs keep buckets handy so they can carry their tune. Pelts can be decorative, but they're animal goods, and we have plenty of space in here. Well, we will once we get rid of the non-animal goods in here. Okay, let's see. Decorative and furniture. Yes. Abso-bally-lutely. Some nice stuff, too. Alright, these can get moved down. These are furniture, too. I'm gonna call it now. Oh, I missed these guys. Here we are. Alright. Furniture and decorations. Let's swap some of these. I'm going to move the non-furniture things to the bottom here. You're decorative. You're decorative. You are not. Ah, I can stack these. Stacking is good. Ah, you're a stone that can go in the other stones bin. All right, decorative, decorative, decorative. Decorative, decorative, decorative. Pop these out of here. These are also pelts. They can go over in the pelt bin. And I think I have this guy and the wallpaper. And then we're out of room again. Got bone meal that can go in the animal stuff bin. Oh, this is decorative. This is furniture. Okay, so that's good for now. I'm gonna... Oh wait, I missed the spider web. There we go. I'm gonna pull this out. This is treasure. So let's like separate this by what's treasure and what's not. Not treasure goes in the bottom. Rib cages are treasure. I'm calling it now. They just are. This is not treasure. But go in the minerals bin. There we go. Now we're talking. Now we're cooking with gas. Pelts. Bone meal. Bone meal goes in here. For sure. I guess I was going to have a dedicated chest for, like, tech stuff. But these are pretty treasury, so I'm going to put them up here. Not treasure. Let's see. Not treasure, not treasure. 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 Not treasure. Treasure. Ah. Decorative. Missed one. Treasure. Treasure. This too. And we got a room for red top grass up here. I'm not sure where to put the roofing. Put that in here for now. Decorative, decorative, decorative. Treasure. Uh-oh, Solston's saying bad words. Nightbot's going after you. You must be talking about beep. Someone spank Sulston. Oh yeah, I would love organizing. That is one thing I would like to see in the base game, would be like a deposit in chests, like, you know, auto stack kind of thing. One of the few things I would definitely like to see done here at some point. Man, I do need another storage bin. My goodness. If I throw these out, I don't need 2 stacks of acacia seeds. It's a little ridiculous. Brown sedge. These can all then stay, I guess. Alright, we're going to just chuck these seeds out into the garden. Grow my trees! I'm going to grab this and that, apparently. I'm going to put these... You know, I'm going to grab... Do I have another container? I do not. I could fire one of these guys. I might do that in a minute. I might make like a little chest up here like this one to put the rot in. Look at that. I don't think we have any more rot either. It's all for the rot. You know, I'm going to throw these out. We're never going to use these again. They're not good decoration. They're not useful. We can't cut them down into anything. Yeah. So, bit of a waste, but bye. I've saved room. Treasure. I'm going to call this treasure... I think the treasure clothing, or the treasure, like, jewelry is treasure. That will get changed once we get, like, a dedicated clothing bin as I throw my charcoal on the ground. Flasks. These are definitely decorations. Grab these guys. These are kind of treasury. Treasure. Not treasure, but can remove from here. This is interesting. Do I, like... What do I do with you? They're reusable. I can... Oh! No way. I have just changed my entire build design. Oh, that's gorgeous. Yeah, we're gonna have to play with this a little bit, I think. So moving the blueprint changes what the output is. That's pretty cool. Aged and fancy. Ah. I'm digging the fancy. That's gonna have to happen. This has to happen. Yes. That goes in the treasure bin for sure. And Omok. This is treasure, but it's also a furniture item, so we'll leave it here. So I think we have one chest fully organized. That's amazing. I'm not sure where my other metal scraps went. I could have sworn I had a bunch of them, but they seem to have gone missing. Like, I don't know if, like, I deleted them somehow or threw them out, but I could have sworn I had some more of these things, so oh well. These are treasure E. Magnetite's gonna go down in the minerals bin. Not super excited about that, but it's the place I have for it. I don't have like a gear bin, which is kind of holding us back. We'll collect these together. Let's see if we can fit these plants up in the plant bin. Ooh, just barely. Okay, this is paper's treasure too. All right. Ah, treasure bin. You are absolutely treasure. And the hoe heads, they're going to actually get sticks. I'm going to put these outside where I will forget about them. But the intention is that I will eventually take these to sell them at a nearby trader. You can go here. There we go. They are now probably forever decoration. Knowing me. Can you make pixel art? Yes, if you buy the Amok pieces, you can do pixel art stuff. All right, that's probably pretty good. I'm gonna tuck you up here. I'm not totally satisfied, but we're on our way. We're definitely on our way. I feel like I need like another storage space. Maybe. Oh boy. Like, I could combine sand and gravel, but I feel kind of weird putting, like, clothing out here. I wouldn't want to store my clothing in a pergola. Like, this is, like, construction materials. It doesn't matter if it gets rained on. So. Katie8 obviously is asking, if Tyrant added thirst to the game, how would I want to see it implemented? I would want to see it implemented in a very, very optional way. Like, Vintage Story is not a hardcore survival. It's a long-term survival game. Like, we don't really have... Like, yes, we have temperature. We don't really have temperature, and it's pretty trivial to resolve this. Thirst is just another mechanic to get in the way of actually building. Like, if I had to deal with thirst and we're in a desert, we wouldn't have built any of this, probably. We'd be like... I'd be building the wall today. And so I don't think adding thirst is necessary. So if he adds it, and I don't think he should, then it should be very optional and probably very gentle. At least for my enjoyment of the game. But I think this is about as far as we're going to get here tonight. I need like 400 more trunks. And the eventual storage room of the temple will be quite spacious. But that is going to be a ways away. We are going to be getting started in getting the materials like this for our future build. And I haven't quite decided where to put it yet. I'm thinking it'll probably be like either up here or maybe like out here, and we'll replace some of this limestone sand, just like the one layer of it, with sandstone sand. I do enjoy the sandstone look. There is also the option. It was down here. There's another sandstone desert here. We could just move here and have, you know, the translocators to take us back and forth. And we could build down here. There's another option. So I want to explore this first and see what this place looks like. Because up here is cool. It's not actually big enough for the build that I want. We could fill in the lake. If we fill the lake in, we'll have enough room. I think. Maybe. Definite maybe. But you'll have to see. So. But folks, that's going to do it. We're actually quite a ways over time here. I got caught up in reorganizing. But I think that's okay. But we got a lot done, and I'm pretty happy with the results. And we are well on our way to being able to start in on gathering iron next episode, which will be Saturday. So this coming stream will be Saturday. I think the next two after that, so the June 20-something and the one after that will be on Sundays because of Corazette's schedule. But no, I'm not building the pyramids of Giza. Nope. I did that in Beep already, so not doing that here. We're doing a giant temple to honor knowledge, the sun, and water. But hey, thank y'all for coming. Hope y'all had a great time, and I hope to see you on Saturday. But for now, as always, my name is Hazem Kurazar. Thank y'all for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.